Good morning, Scrap Mechanic family. You have joined me at a time when I'm just doing a little bit of housekeeping and tidying the place up. There's a couple of things today. Most importantly, today is the day we say goodbye to our hook lift truck. If you remember in my previous video, it was only literally the last video I dropped, I was working on a concept design loosely based off of Thunderbird 2 from childhood TV memories. Well, the news is that creation has now been finished. I'm going to show you it, but I'll warn you, it doesn't look pretty. It is not pretty, and one thing that I've noticed watching other people's scrap mechanic stuff is I like to keep my vehicles nice and small and compact, whereas everybody else seems to like making big, chunky vehicles. So with that in mind, it's quite small in comparison to other people's stuff, but it does have such a simple design that it can scale up easy enough. The hook lift truck will be no more, unfortunately, so I'll just go drop off this little bad boy so that can get doing its due, and we'll get out and we'll go to the packaging station. I'm also going to look at doing a sort of a playthrough series. I appreciate that kind of it's a bit late almost to do that, but what I like about Scrap Mechanic is everybody's different, so everybody's playthrough is their own style. It's going to be unique to them, so I will be dropping longer videos where I'm going to start all over again. I'm not going to completely leave this world. If I come up with any mad ideas, I should imagine I might be back here to test them, but I want to go through from start to kind of not finish. There is no finish, but you know what I mean, just doing longer videos and just kind of showing the way that I went about things and do things, because I am new to Scrap Mechanic. Picking up the survival is the first encounter for me of Scrap Mechanic. I didn't play it before. I didn't even know it existed before, in all fairness. It showed up on a Steam suggestions and I like the look of it. I thought, you know what, it's like Minecraft, but it kind of gives you that, for me anyway, it gives you that little bit extra. I don't know why. Giving you wheels for a start is something that's really awesome. So I am going to start longer videos and kind of a playthrough series. We'll see how that goes and where that goes. But anyway, before I round this corner, just one last goodbye to the hook lift truck. I've appreciated it. It has served its purpose and it has done its time, but it's time to move on to interesting and better things. I'm also going to be salvaging this one for parts. No, it's going to be completely destroyed, but there it is. It's a strange looking thing, that's for sure, but there it is. So this is it. Doesn't really look like anything. Little cage in the back for the parcels. Remember I was saying about Thunderbird 2? Now, if you do or don't know anything about Thunderbirds, like I said before, he has a pod system in the middle that they lower down upon, and on those pods are labelled them to have various different things, and allowed a little bit of variety. And when I did the concept, one thing I appreciated about the concept that it was really low to the ground, and ground clearance was an issue. So this is where we've ended up. Interesting, okay? I'm just going to go over to this cagey parcel thing because it will let things a little bit easier. It does initially hold 4, but I have stacked this and I've been able to carry 16. Ooh. Ooh. How about that then? How about that then? So now I can just drive off, and that is me. So for those who missed it, what I've done is I've set my suspension to a button so that it angles out. I've also set the sidewalls to go down. The sidewalls are kind of a two-part thing. It sometimes works, it sometimes doesn't. So what happens is the suspension lowers us down, and then the sidewalls will rotate 180 degrees to start with, and the whole point there was to kind of line us up and get us in the middle. Then they rotate a further 90 degrees to get underneath the cage, and then we finally lift up. Now, as you can see, there's little notches in here, this little notch here, and this little notch here. What that does is enables us to actually lock into the cage. I won't lie, I was a bit stupid. I built the cage with packages on it, and it was all well and good, and you know, it was something similar to this. And then I realised that I needed to stabilise, which is why we've ended up with these cut out notches, because when I just had it, I just had one block gap under there so that it would come in. And then I realised two things. I realised, hey, this is completely square. It's the same on all sides. So what I could do is pick that up from all sides. But that meant I had to take one block gap all the way round. That was great when I had parcels on it. And then I took the parcel off and realised what I'd actually done is just completely disconnected the base from the sides. So that was a bit of a blonde moment. So then what I did was I put this little square cross. I put a cross in the middle of it, which enables me actually quite beneficial to hook in. So I can now back in and it wraps underneath there. And with it being the blocks, it hooks in pretty tight actually. It's pretty good. It holds itself pretty well. What's that doing? Oh, the bearings are having a bearing attack. So yes, that enables us to stack those packages in there. And then we come around here and we jump in. And we undo ourselves first because we're not going to get anywhere with the bed inwards. And up we go. Arise, my beauty. There we go. So we're locked in. Then we'll just do a little squat. See how the blocks wrap underneath? And they should, hopefully, squeeze underneath the cage, locking in, and lift us up. Awesome and nice. So I still won't be able to move an entire chest worth of stuff, but it does carry enough, you know. I'm not going to lie to you guys. Like I say, watching other people's stuff makes you realise everybody likes big vehicles, and I'm just over here with this kind of small, mighty little thing. And I have, like I said, I have done this stacked up 16 high. Everything's too far away. But the bearings and the suspension, after the test update, everything just has a bit of a headache. So I don't really know what's going on there. It does make things a little bit difficult, as you can see when it starts going crazy. Madness. Absolute madness. And it is a bit... but it does sort itself out eventually. And in all fairness, one way to combat this, and I'm going to have to do it this time, is to just lower my suspension down. Just take the strain out of it a bit. It's not perfect, as you can see by the way that the bearings are going crazy. It doesn't like the weight. But it's... when it's behaving, it's nice. It's efficient. Does a job. It is compact. I mean, the height's there, sure, but in terms of the length and width and everything else, it's easy enough. It's simple. It's quite light on materials as well. I'm not going to lie to you. It's just a U-shaped truck and the base at the bottom. And I can scale this up. Like, I was contemplating going 3x3, but when I realised I could stack this high enough, that's alright. And when I get the chunkier wheels off the hook lift truck and stuff and make it all round bigger. So once again, for the people who want to see, press the button, suspension squats us, sidewall rotates, dropping the cage down, and it rotates all the way up. Then we rise. Rise, my beauty. Too easy. Hope you guys like it. Thank you for watching, and I shall see you in later videos. Bye for now. Cheerio!